Hey guys, it's Jacqueline at Pixie Dust PhD. I am filming this on Sunday, April 28th, 2024. We're just going to take a peek at Disney Vacation Club availability specifically for the cabins at Fort Wilderness. A handful of days ago on April 23rd, all DVC members with eligible Disney Vacation Club points were permitted to start booking cabins at Fort Wilderness. So you no longer had to do cash-only bookings, you no longer had to have home resort priority. It's just open up as per usual with typical 11 and 7-month booking window restrictions. This resort does have resale restrictions, meaning you do have to have eligible points to book. These resale restrictions took effect in 2019, so if you have a resale contract before that, your points should be eligible, but if you've bought a resale contract recently, those points will not be able to be used to book the cabins at Fort Wilderness. If your vacation points were purchased directly from Disney at any point in time, those are eligible to use to book the cabins at Fort Wilderness. As a concrete example, I own 2 home resorts, so 2 different Disney Vacation Club contracts. The first we bought on the resale market, I believe in 2020 for Bay Lake Tower. Those points I cannot use to book cabins at Fort Wilderness because those are restricted vacation points. We did more recently buy into the Villas at Disneyland Hotel though, so I can use those points to book the cabins at Fort Wilderness as they are not restricted. If you're not sure where your points are, leave a comment down below, give me a few details about when you bought your contract and how, and I will try to help you out. Another thing you can do though is just check your booking page. When I only owned my resale Bay Lake Tower contract, for example, I couldn't even see the Riviera Resort because that is also a resale restricted resort. I feel fairly confident that they would be doing the same with cabins at Fort Wilderness. If you don't have eligible points, you probably can't even see it on your booking page. So that's a good way to check too. But anyway, since general bookings opened up for the cabins at Fort Wilderness, I thought it'd be neat to just take a peek. We'll get a general sense of how in demand this resort is right now. Do note that that trend may change. It could be totally different for next year, but let's take a peek and find out. Alright, so the cabins at Fort Wilderness, of course, is only one type of room. It is that cabin. It kind of emulates a 1-bedroom. Though you can sleep up to 6, which is quite large for a 1-bedroom, but you also do not have in-unit laundry. Alright, so here we are today, April 28th. I just don't think the cabins are open until July. And yes, there are, as of today, April 28th, a few days left in July. Quite a lot of August is open. Almost all of September is gone. September is the least expensive travel period for Disney Vacation Club, meaning the fewest number of points per night. Like, here you can sleep in a 1-bedroom cabin for 15 points a night. That is such a steal. So I'm not too surprised to see September being gone. I also think that when they were doing cash rates for the cabins, it had to be in September or later. I'm not entirely sure on that though, but if there were restrictions about when folks could book that started in September, it also would explain some demand there. October is about half gone already. November is not too bad, although this night, November 28th, is US Thanksgiving, so you could stay around Thanksgiving, but not on Thanksgiving night proper. This day, November 11th, I believe, is Veterans Day, so the weekend leading into that is also taken. And because today is April 28th, 7 months from today is November 28th, so this is exactly when the 7-month booking window opens. I'm not filming this right at 8 a.m. It is possible that this was available this morning if you were really on top of booking. With November 28th being your 7-month delineation mark, that means everything before that is just available to book. If you have eligible points, you can book it. Now looking into the future, everything after that, you will have to have a home resort owner priority. And home resort owner priority is looking great. Even this full week of Christmas is still available. New Year's is available. Yeah, everything for home owner resort priority is fully available. I'm a little bit surprised to see the week of Christmas available, honestly. I know the Fort Wilderness area has really strong holiday culture. I think it looks super cute. They do like golf cart parades and stuff, so I thought those might get snatched up very fast. Like, for example, you can see Halloween is taken. I believe that Halloween is pretty big at Fort Wilderness too. But anyway, for now, availability is not looking too bad. Like I said, it's way too early to know if this will be a trend or not. We have no idea what demand will be like in the future. Maybe all of Christmas gets snagged up tomorrow, who knows? And they're still actively selling points, which means they're still actively declaring rooms. They're still adding cabins, is my understanding. So lots could change, but I know that this is of interest to a lot of people on the channel, so thought we'd go ahead and take a peek. September, definitely very in demand. I think a lot of that is just folks like me who are cheap and want to stretch their points very far. I mean, 15 points again for basically a 1-bedroom cabin. Granted, you don't get the in-unit laundry, but it's a 1-bedroom for 15 points. I mean, you really, very literally can't beat that. And Thanksgiving, which is exactly 7 months from today, was taken. The time around Veterans Day was taken. You know, holiday times look like they're taken. End of October, Halloween is gone, but home resort holidays look fine. These are projected to open on July 1st, 2024, and you can see that early part of July definitely taken. It also is Independence Day in the United States, so I'm not surprised to see that go, again, a major holiday. But then August is pretty dang available, so it'll be interesting to see how this works out over time, but I thought I would give you guys this look behind the curtain now, since I know it is of interest to many of you. If you found this helpful, enjoyable, or entertaining at all, I would super appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Once you're subscribed, you can ring the bell icon to receive a notification whenever I upload new videos, and this is totally free for you, and it super helps me out. Have you booked a stay at the Cabins at Fort Wilderness, or is it something you are seriously considering? I don't have a longer Walt Disney World trip planned at the moment. I think the next time we'll go down for a while might be late 2025 or 2026, so I don't have any plans at the moment. But if I did, honestly, I would be pretty tempted to tack on a night or two here in a cabin. I'm really looking forward to seeing folks' reviews as they get to stay there. I think that will sway my opinion a lot. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back to you with a helpful answer. Thanks for watching. May the rest of your day be magical, and we'll see you real soon at Pixie Dust PhD.